SunfishKing out here at James A. Reed Wildlife Area, Plover Lake. It was fairly recently stocked with trout, so we're gonna try with some power bait here, and then I got one more lake I want to try after this with some spinners. So let's see if we can catch any fish. All right, we're about to cast out and see if we can't get some of these trout. See if I can't get my buddy here on his first trout. Operation Get Him a Trout. So of course, the day I bring my friend out here and say, I'm gonna get you on some trout, they're literally not touching the power bait. And then just to make it worse, some fly fishermen come right next to us and catch a couple, and then we see some trout jumping right in front of us. So we got one more lake to try, and we're gonna try with spinners, and I have to get my friend a trout. So we're not gonna stop until we get this dude a trout. Let's go. So, still trying to get my buddy here a fish, the cameraman. This is a 1/8 ounce Panther Martin Deluxe inline spinner. I'm throwing gold. We got kind of cloudy water, so he's throwing a silver one. And kind of real quick what we're doing here, how I do this. I've got 8-pound test on. Less than that's okay. It lets you cast a little farther. Don't go stronger than 8-pound, or else it's like trying to cast weed whacker string. And 8 pounds is not going to be too heavy or too thick for the fish, because what they're looking for with one of these reaction baits is just a quick flash of color by their face, and they're not even going to see that line most of the time. So I'm casting out. I like to fish along the bank, but it's really windy today, so I'm going to cast out further from the bank. And in a lake like this, I might let it drop for a couple seconds, but you don't want to let it drop too much, or you'll just get stuck if there's any sticks or weeds or anything. And to activate it, I pop it in real fast a couple times, and then you just work it kind of like a inline spinner for bass. I'm looking at my rod tip, it's just vibrating, and I'm slow retrieving, just slow retrieving. And every once in a while I'll pop it, I'll change speed and go a little faster, I'll pop it. And right near the bank I do a lot of wiggling and popping, and a lot of times the fish will be hanging out right near the bank and they'll smack it. So don't give up on your cast when you're 10 feet out, don't pull it out. Go ahead and work it all the way to the bank if you can. And just keep doing that. And you'll find out pretty quick if they're biting it with the slow retrieve, if they're biting it when you're twitching, or if they're biting it when you move it a little quicker. Just try a couple different things, and whatever seems to be working that day, just keep rolling with it. And that's how you do it. What's going on?
Oh, damn it. I had a fish and then it...
You had a fish on?
Yep, I had a fish on and then he let go.
All right, you've convinced me. I'm switching to silver. Most likely option. All right, so silver clearly, I mean, I could have told you from the beginning silver's showing up better, but got Aaron over there landing fish. Let's see if the silver shows up better in the water for me.
I'm seeing the silver a lot better than the gold.
Okay, yeah, it's the cloudy water. Sunny days though, a lot of times when you got sunny days,
You can get away with the gold.
yeah, but you gotta have some clarity to the water. This water is just real not clear. Silver! First cast on the silver. Largemouth bass. Look at that. I got a multi-species day. We got us a bass. Dude, silver's killing it. It was just a visual issue. All right, so I got it not hooked through the gill, but hooked around the gill. We can save this fish 100%, no issue, if he doesn't freak out when I do this. Oh yes. Ooh. Surgery. Look at that fish, people. Look at that. Second largemouth of the year is another dink. You hold that for a second.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we gotta do the other way. Sun's facing this way. So everybody, first time I ever actually have a cameraman. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Look at that fish, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get a couple pictures and put this thing back. Look at that. All don't know if you guys can see this. First fish of the day was a little dink bass. Finally got my friend hooked up. I don't think it was a trout, I think it was a crappie, but he lost it at the bank. We're gonna get him another one. So let's get back to it with the silver spinner action. But this is the silver one that I'm throwing now. Panther Martin Deluxe Silver, 1/8 ounce. It's a number 4 is the size. Chunky, small but chunky. That was a fun fight, and look, he's chunky. Chunky for his size. I mean, it's a small bass, but he's eating good. It's like, you don't expect a bass to be eating this well this time of year. Probably ate a little baby trout or something. Oh dude, long arm status right there. Hold the fish up way closer to the camera, make it look bigger. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Get those perfect angles.
This way. So guys, on the silver Panther Martin, I'm not taking a weight or nothing. This is definitely under a pound, but pretty good bass right here. Go ahead and let it go. And it's too muddy and stuff to do an underwater release or anything, so we'll just give him a little toss. See ya, buddy. And there he goes. On to do more bass stuff.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Still haven't got my friend to land a fish, but he had one hooked up, so that's, you know, semi-success. But we're gonna keep trying out here. Just got that second bass. It was pretty nice, but we're gonna keep going. More bass would be cool. More trout is the idea, and then panfish would be awesome too. So, all right, y'all. So I only got those 2 bass. The second one was kind of chunky though. It was kind of nice. Like, it wasn't a big bass, but for its size, it had been eating really well, and that's surprising because it's cold water and they haven't been super active. So apparently that one bass didn't get the memo that the water's cold and it's just munching away. But I was happy to catch that as my second and third largemouth of the year, actually. Still waiting for my first hog, but that'll come very soon, maybe this afternoon. So here's what we're gonna do to try to get my friend that fish that I told him I would get him. We're gonna go to one more spot and we're gonna try power bait again, try to fish off a dock if nobody's on that dock, and we should get into a couple fish. It is the middle of the day, so it's very hot and they're not gonna be as active with the trout, but hopefully we can get into a fish. And then later on, I'm meeting up with Bass Man Outdoors and we're gonna try to catch some hog bass. So join you guys at the next lake. SunfishKing at the, what, 3rd lake of the day. I'm gonna try to get some trout today. All we could get was bass at the other lakes. Look at this beautiful water though. Using power bait, guys.
Probably not. Got one? Power bait?
Yep. Little guy. There we go, guys. Got ourselves first trout of the day. Oh, trout right there, guys. Pretty beautiful fish though. Yeah, look at that fish, dude. There it goes. In the release. There he swims away. He's like, oh, I'm free? I thought I was gonna get cooked. It's like, nah, you ain't got enough meat on your bones, man. All right, 2 bass and a trout today. Still trying to get air in his trout. No.
Got something.
Fish on? Keep that tip up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Aaron, that's a freaking tank.
Got a haul.
That's a tank. That's a tank. Bring it in. We got it.
All right.
That's a tank. That's a nice one. I don't want to drop my GoPro, so let me hold it down.
Ooh. Fucking haul.
Look at this dude and his fish. Oh
Look
my
at that.
goodness, that's a fish, guys. That is a fish. Gonna release this guy. And for the release. Woo!
There it goes.
Got a lot of fight left in him. Good job, man.
Thank you.
There you go. I don't know why I'm recording on my phone, but good job, man. Operation success. We got this man a
Got the
fish.
trout, yeah.
That was our only goal all day, and we did it. Got a freaking tank too, man.
Got some. Ooh, got this.
This is the one with the 2 pound, yeah. Fish! Nice trout right there, look at that. Look at this nice fish we got. We're gonna get a picture and put him back real quick. Swimming off, yeah. 2 trout, 2 bass, and my buddy got a trout, and we still got a little more time out. Let's get it, let's get it. And then, try to cast this one. Yeah. Got another fish there, guys.
You got it.
Aaron, I told you I know what I'm doing.
I know.
I don't get these fish pictures online.
It's like I actually catch all these fish.
It's so freaking crazy. Release of this beauty trout. Off it goes. Yeah. You know I got one. Snagged him. That's a snag, boys. How did I snag a trout? Is that a new? All right, and then here's the release of this beautiful fish. Swim off. Oh, and then I'm swimming back. He swam off and then turned around and came back.
I can still see it.
Really? Oh, there he goes. Fish, guys.
You got a fish?
Oh. Where's the net? How have I not lost one yet, man? I always lose trout. I always lose.
Size one too.
My hook set game is strong today. We're recording, right? Yeah, I was worried that I'm not recording. So that's the trout we got, guys. Gonna go ahead and put them back. We're having a good day out here. I'm glad we switched scenery, switched locations. All right, we're gonna let this fish go, guys. There he's swimming off. He went right under that Christmas tree there. Is it? Ooh. Just keep it coming.
Might be the biggest one.
Keep it coming. Where's that? Keep it coming in. Oh, that's a freaking hog. Aaron, what are you doing? My dude is catching hogs. Oh. Hogs only out here. This is a freaking 2-pounder, bro. That is a 2-pound trout. God, that's a hog. Yeah, this man just caught this freaking tank of a fish. Gonna have fish hands. Gonna have fish hands today. One of my favorite feelings though is having fish hands. Dude, that's a tank. Gosh. Look at that freaking fish. And then I get one more. Perfect. Dude. You got some solid pictures, I think. I think you're gonna look at them later. They're all gonna be blurry and have my finger in them. Here's the release.
Alright.
Sploosh. That's a splash.